Let me show you. Here you go. And we'll tie these together and then we'll store this up in the barn. And when we want to smoke a ham or something, or some bacon, we can cut these up into little bits and use them for our smoking wood. All right, lay it down. We're going to cut it into some sections.
I'll go slow down. Like this. Tempo! Ow!
I'm going to hold this right here and you cut it there. We're picking out a length that we want his bow to be. Try to cut it nice and straight like this, okay?
Look up.
So it's a short bow because it's for a little person.
Way short.
And we're picking out two of the straightest sections. This one, and then we're going to use that next section up there. So I've studied this pretty well, buddy. And I'm going to try to split it this way and split it all the way down. Now, hand me the fro.
What's a flow?
The funny looking tool.
Oh.
Now hand me the club again.
Okay.
Hand me this tool. Now watch. Wood, the kind of wood you use for something matters. This is hickory wood, and hickory is extremely resilient. You can take a little piece of it like this here, and it's almost like a rope. Try to break that piece there.
Okay.
Hold your hands right here. Try to break it.
I can't.
Can't break it, huh?
Yeah.
It's so strong. It's like a rope. You can make. People make the seats for chairs. People make baskets. You can make all kinds of stuff out of little bits of hickory wood. Even this club we use is a specific kind of wood. This is dogwood. The reason I picked dogwood for it is because it's so hard and it's hard to split. And then we use a specific type of the wood too. You see this here? This is the root ball. This tree grew in the ground just like that. And the wood is so, the grain goes every which way, you can almost not split it. So that means that club will last for a long, long time.
Whoa.
Justice, I'm going to split the thicker of these again.
Okay.
And try to split the thicker one right in half.
Okay. Don't forget that will make me a bow nail. Tiny. Did I do what he also said?
What do you say?
He also said that he wanted it.
Come look what we're doing. Come help me pick one of these out for a bow. Which one of these do you think is the straightest and has the straightest grain?
This one.
I agree with you. This one is more crooked, so let's work with this one. It's actually a part of the wood. See, there's a bend. It goes straight here, and then it bends up, and the bark changes. Sometimes that means the grain changes. See how the grain runs down this way, and then up that way where the base of the tree was? We're going to take it off here so the grain matches all the way up and down. Oh, that'll just blow away.
Ooh.
Not with that knife. You can scrape it off with the saw if you want.
Okay.
The next thing we're going to do is take the bark off of here. Being careful just to take off little bits of wood and not cut down deep into the grain. Down underneath the bark of hickory you can see this amazing pattern, which, well, look at it. It looks like a net almost. These lines go and they cross and they weave back and forth. It matches this pattern on the bark of, I describe a hickory tree as almost a woven look to it. Lines that cross each other and weave up the tree. Next, this end is a little fatter than this end, so we're going to take some of the meat out of this end just to start making it so it's uniform and how heavy it is.
What's it called? Why is it called meat?
No, it's just, I just am saying it's thicker on this end, so we're going to We're going to start flattening it and take a little bit out of the width on this end. Now, one thing we do differently if we're making a really nice bow for hunting is we would cut this, and we'd cut it long, and then we'd let it dry out for at least a year. And that would make the strongest, most resilient bow. This green wood will bend easily, and it won't have the strength and the power that a bigger bow would, but I think it's okay for a 2-year-old. We can use all those chips as well. We can put those in a little bucket or a tin, and we can save those for smoking meat as well.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
The cool thing about working with wood that you split instead of wood that was sawed like at a sawmill is that you know that you split it on the grain because it wouldn't split. So the grains of wood, like those strings that we saw, the grains that are so strong, they run from end to end. And you have to make a bow like that. You couldn't make a bow just out of a board that had been sawn because it could be sawed across those grains and then it could easily break. The next thing I'm doing, bud, is looking at the curve of the bow when I bend it. And I'm looking for, so look at this arm right here. When I bend this here, like that, do you see how this arm is bending good? But it's mostly bending right here. See, watch. That's becoming a weak point. And so what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna thin it out here, and we're gonna thin it right here. Because we want the whole arm to be in play. That's where the power comes from, is the whole thing evenly bending and then evenly releasing. It's looking pretty good. Still needs a little bit more work, but it's looking pretty good. We had to shut down the project because the birthday boy showed up. We wouldn't want to give away the surprise.